Hello everybody and welcome back to, I was about to say Kerbal Space Program. This is definitely not Kerbal Space Program, but this is Crusader Kings. That's exciting. We just inherited as this guy at the end of last episode, and things are mildly broken, which is why you might be confused about this whole Mongol Empire thing going on here. We are not the Mongol Empire. We need to set the Arabian Empire as our primary. There we go. That's much better. Fantastic. So we're 5 direct vassals above our vassal limit. That is something we'll need to handle. This is a duchy rank realm here. That should be granted over to this fine gentleman. And now we just hope that everything doesn't break apart on the succession again. Unfortunately, we were slain by an unknown assailant, I believe. Do we know who killed our father there? Died under mysterious circumstances. So no, we don't know. Okay, so out over this direction, I want to be double checking to make sure that we don't have any vassals that we shouldn't. Okay, there's definitely a bunch of them over here. So the Sultanate of Vladimir, we can certainly grant vassals over here. I do wish that we could select multiple of these simultaneously. Unfortunately, we cannot, and so we'll have to do these one at a time. Okay, what does that put us at for vassal limit? We're at our vassal limit. Beautiful. So that's wonderful. Now we need to be thinking about a couple of things. Truce timers. We're truced here. We're not truced here. We're not truced here. With Wallachia, we're not truced. We shouldn't be truced with the Byzantines. And we also shouldn't be truced with any of the European powers over here. So that's all relatively fine. No doubt about that. We do have some factions. We should find out how strong these factions really are. Let's see. Okay, so there they've updated, because I had just restarted the game, so we needed to let these update. There's this independence faction, with the King of Lotharingia leading it. Okay, that's 131%. We can probably handle that, or we can do something about it. What do we have for siblings? We have a lot of siblings, actually. This sibling without a face. She has a face here. Okay. Now she has a face. Nope. Now Yagana doesn't have a face. No, that's the same person. Okay. I don't know why she doesn't have a face here. That is very creepy. But she definitely does have a face when we look at her here. Cool. This is an older version of the game. That might be why. So that's fine. We're going to have to do something about some of these guys. We might be able to negotiate an alliance with some of them, but probably not, to be honest. We might just want to crush them. That's likely the way forward here. Is we just let them rebel. This guy is the current leader of it. That's probably our best way forward. We just let this happen, and then we'll go back to conquest after we deal with this. We're going to have some factionalism, almost certainly. There's not a Liberty faction behind it. This would be the only potentially dangerous faction at that point. And I don't think it's actually going to be a problem, really. So that's fine. Now, we are on stewardship education focus. We're at 11 out of 13 domain. I'm going to pop us over to a military education. That'll be fine for the moment. I don't feel like we need a stewardship education, but that does, of course, mean that we can revoke some of these castle titles, 2 of them, to be precise. And we'll do these 2. There we go. That at least bumps us up over 900,000 for our troop count. So that's good. We do need to get a bunch of vassal opinion. Our vassals are mostly upset because of opinion of predecessor, right? And that's going up by 10 per year. And short reign, which is going to be going up as well. Unpreferred heir? Yeah, I mean, we'll get over that as well. Mostly it doesn't seem too bad. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the factionalism. We're going to have a bit of a civil war here. That's unsurprising considering we were murdered and then we're just being inherited now. Or we just inherited, right? So that's unsurprising. This guy is claiming the Deccan Empire. Okay, I wish him luck with that one. It sure looks like this guy is going to be the leader. So where's his capital? Here. Beautiful. We're going to raise all forces there. And that seems absolutely great. So they're going to send their ultimatum in 2 months. This shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to handle this without any major issues. We'll get our men-at-arms raised up here. That's the important part. And there they are. And we'll just keep raising until they send their demand, which will be next month. No big deal. This ransom seems fine, I suppose. We've raised about half of our forces at this point. And we'll see when he sends his demand. Should be any moment now. Come on, buddy. Send your demand. There it is. Nope. Hang on. He's claiming the Empire of Alsark. Okay. That's not it at all. Come on, buddy. You can do it. We're actually losing money, which is mildly remarkable. What do we have for our regent? This is our mother. She's selfless. Okay, not really a problem there. Is this it? This is it. We will not be threatened. Okay, so we're going to have some desertion. That's unsurprising. This guy's the faction leader, though, and so we're going to reset these guys and immediately start sieging his capital. There is a possibility that we instantly capture him here. Ooh, this became very laggy. It froze. We did come back, so that's good. Okay, so 600,000 versus 1.1 million seems good. So we didn't capture him there. I'm going to split off a siege force. We're definitely going to want to go fight his army that we see raising over there. We're going to go to around 40,000, I think, for our siege force. Should be fine. Now we're going to look for a siege commander in all of this that isn't rebelling against us. Might be kind of rare. We could pay to recruit this guy. Do it. Okay, now we're going to go stack wipe this guy's army. Beautiful. This guy's claiming the Empire of Castile. Hilarious. We do need a new spy master. That'll be this fine gentleman. And currently there's no additional factionalism behind this, which is wonderful. We're very happy to see that. Okay. So in we go, looking to eliminate this army. Who are these guys? Okay, they're hostile. I don't care about that then, for right now. Do we stack wipe this raising force? I don't know about that. No, we did not stack wipe them. So we're going to want to pursue them, and these guys can head on over and start up a siege down here. There is another faction here. It is this faction. I was a little bit concerned about this one. 50% threshold? Okay, we might be able to do something about that. Are these people not at our court? They're not at our court. Okay. Let's bring all of our siblings to our court. That would be helpful. There we go. We had no siblings at our court. They're going to turn up here. So that looks good. Now we can set up something over here. So we can marry off something like this. Done. He'll accept that, and that will ditch their power level by a decent amount. We do need to take a look up over here and continue to pursue these. Cool. So that looks great. Now we're going to need to do something about this guy. What can we do here? He's got 13 children. I'm sure we can do something. Our player heir and half-brother is actually, they're related. I don't want to do that with our player heir. So instead we'll do something along the lines of this. There we go. That should prevent that faction from being a thing, at least for a bit. Yeah, that faction is no longer a thing. What other faction is there here? Orthodox Populists? Okay. We have 24 months on that, in theory. We can demand conversion on these guys. They might accept that, and if they do, great. Okay, I want to come down over this way. Yes, we're going to take attrition, but I want to come fight them. This guy refused to convert. And this guy refused to convert as well. Claimed the Empire of Leon. Okay. Very lame. So ticking war score is on our side here. It's not currently possible for them to... Oh, hello. They're over here. Okay, it's not currently possible for them to win this. Where is their war leader? He is in this army. Okay, we absolutely want to fight this army. That is top priority at this moment. Okay, he is currently in the army that's walking away from here. He's not in this force. Okay, so we're going to continue to siege up over this direction. And we are going to head down and chase this army that contains the Sultan. Perfect. I see these guys running around up over here. We'll see what ends up happening with that. We're going to catch part of this force. I think not the part that contains the Sultan, although he turned around, which he shouldn't do. He definitely should not do that. We're going to continue to siege up over here. We do see the enemy making sieges at this juncture. So this populist force is going to be a problem for us like the previous populist force. We'll make faster moves on it next time, though. For sure. So we stack wiped that force. Sadly, we didn't capture this guy. He's located in his capital now. That is very unfortunate. For the time being, we're going to head up over this way. We find ourselves at 19% right now, but they're out-sieging us for the moment. That's the main reason why that's happening. Okay. Ticking is on our side, though, and actually, is he leading this? No, he's not. Sad. Very sad indeed. Do we want to be lustful or do we want to be chaste? It doesn't really matter. We'll be lustful. That'll be useful for us. No problem. So we're going to continue to siege out over here. Where is their leader at? Still located in his capital, which is under our control. Sad. But we're going to look to come up here and do some fighting. This faction, specifically here, is the major problem. 13 months until that rebels. Do we think we'll have this war under control by then? I don't know. We've had bad luck on our captures. So it may not happen between now and then. He's still located in his capital. We've definitely had bad capture luck. There's no doubt about that. We're going to hop down over here. We're going to continue to siege. We are at 58% occupation. They're keeping up with us, but they can't actually win this, I think, at this point. Let's see. 4% from battle war score, 10% from occupying their capital, and 13% from war score, or from ticking war score. That's 27%. They actually could technically win the war at this moment if we just stopped, which we're not going to do, obviously. So we're just going to continue to take territory over here, keeping an eye on their forces. We definitely want to head out over here. I don't love these guys being here, and we're kind of delayed right now. So that's fine. I want to check to see, is this guy... He's actually in a force over here. This is a better option for us to attack here. These guys are a danger to our siege force. We're going to walk backwards, and we'll see what their plan is. But our main force is occupied over here, chasing after the chance to capture the enemy Sultan. So we'll see what their plan is here. They're coming this way. Our siege force needs to run. Okay. Not that direction. Yeah, run this way. Okay. So our siege force is running here. We're going to fight down this direction and hope to capture the Sultan. Should have a decent chance of it since we'll stack wipe that. And we did capture him. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. So now we're going to enforce our demands there and disband our troops. All of those guys are now imprisoned, and I think now we aren't actually going to have these populists fire. because that will change the existing faction threshold. It hasn't changed yet. Okay, maybe they are still going to fire. We'll let that update. No, we're not going to let our vassals out of prison right now. Okay, so I'm getting rid of all of these notifications for the time being. There we go. Okay, so it moved to being 14 months away. Got it. Is that the only faction right now? Yes. Confirmed. That is currently the only faction, and they're now too weak to send an ultimatum. There now is no faction. Beautiful. So we're going to ignore these ransoms, most likely. We don't really want to ransom anyone. But what we do want to do is have all of these up here be truced, right? So we want to attack over here in Bulanid. We have some de jure territory here. I don't think invading a kingdom makes any sense here. Seizing de jure lands does so. So we're going to do that. Attacking Estonia is interesting. They have a lot of kingdom titles, so I don't think we're going to do like an invasion of a kingdom or anything. We'll save that for the Byzantines. But I think for the time being, we can definitely do a duchy conquer like this one. That's nice and close to Tver. So we certainly do that. And then Galicia Volhynia, we would, of course, declare on for something along the lines of this duchy. That's also right in over here. So we'll do something like that. And we're truced here, right. Okay, so that all seems fine. We'll get those three done, and then we'll move southward, and we'll attack Wallachia, possibly Hungary, Moldavia, and the Byzantines. And then once that's done, we'll move off over this direction, and we'll keep working on our truces. That's the overall concept here. So we're going to raise up some forces over here. We're definitely not going to need all of our forces. So we'll raise up some 60,000-ish. That's probably fine. Yeah, 60,000 should be more than sufficient. And we are currently above our vassal limit. That's not shocking. We'll deal with that eventually. Okay. 80,000. Yeah, that'll do. 15 days left? Sure, we'll go get started on getting the war goal over here. We also see that this is flashing, so we should not expect ticking war score for this war. Very sad. But we can just go get ourselves 50 war score out over here, and we can get some sieges done. It's not the end of the world. As long as we're not planning on having the ticking war score, it'll be fine. We'll leave behind about 20k in the siege force, and the rest of our units are going to head on up. Magnificent. So the siege force is, of course, going to head over here. We need a siege leader for this, and that'll be this guy. Cool. So that looks magnificent. We're going to just knock these out one war at a time. A schemer has been discovered. How rude. We should probably send ourselves to university. We'll have our mother educate us, but we'll send ourselves to university. Actually, yeah, our mother will be fine. And off to university we go to get ourselves a much better than usual education. 78%? Okay. So let's come down here and start up a slow siege unless we see enemies. We'll see if we do. Yeah, no ticking war score here, which we fully expect. So we're going to get ourselves a couple more sieges up here. Where are the Galicia Volhynian enemies and the Estonians? I'm not sure where they are. Regardless, our war here is over, so we'll take Tver. And we're, of course, going to head on down. We know that we are claiming this county over here. So that's the one that we're going to head to. Actually, we should head here first, shouldn't we? Yeah, this is a little closer. We should head, like, here, specifically. Perfect. That'll do. We do need a counselor. That'll be a spy master. Looks good. Yep, all of this is fine. We don't care about any of that. Beautiful. So let's wrap up these wars. 8 months on this siege. We still don't see any opposing forces. That's strange, but whatever. I mean, if they're not doing anything, we don't care, right? So that's completely fine. So we'll siege over here, and this is not flashing, so we should expect the ability to get ticking war score. That was worth 11%. I actually think we should siege up towards their capital here. Divide this force in half and start up a second siege over here. Yeah, these are going to be slow sieges, but that's okay. That was an incredibly fast siege. Okay. Beautiful. So I don't think we'll have any additional factionalism this life. I hope not. And hopefully that means that we'll be able to not be killed fairly young. That said, we're going to have a lot of offensive war malice. People are going to be pretty upset about that. There's no doubt about that one. Well, we're just going to continue to siege towards their capital here. We're at 50% war score right now. I think we'll head here, and then we'll start heading back. I don't think we need any additional war score beyond this, and maybe a little bit of ticking. So then we can head this direction so that we're in position to attack this duchy. That would be the idea. We do need a new steward. That'll be this guy. Magnificent. And we're going to head over to here next. This will likely be done by the time we get this siege done, I think. Yeah, most likely. And then they can head over this way and start a slow siege out here. Seems absolutely fine. Ticking war scores against us over here because we haven't contested the war goal. That's expected. We'll get there. So this siege is going to be done in allegedly 2 months. That seems fine. I'm not concerned about that. This siege is definitely going to be much longer, but that's okay. We'll get that taken care of very shortly. Any moment on this one. Okay. I didn't expect it to be quite this long. Sure. Awkward timing on that. We finished just as the siege weapons end up arriving. Okay, well, that's fine. We have ticking war score over here. We're only going to need 10%. We still haven't seen their armies in Estonia at all. Here's the Galicia-Volhynian army. So we're going to hop down over here. And we'll split off our siege force. That'll be fine. We'll put in a siege commander here. And he can head on over here and get us ticking war score. In the meantime, we're going to move over and intercept the Galicia-Volhynian army. That'll be absolutely great for us to get that war score. Very, very useful indeed. Sure, these are all a worthwhile endeavor. It doesn't really matter whether we spend the money or not. We have so much money. We won't even notice. Our regent is currently more powerful. We should probably swing the scales, but that's okay. She is selfless. We're not going to have a problem with our mother as regent. That's okay. Cool. So we stack wipe this over here. Absolutely fully expected. We're going to wander down over this direction. Actually, maybe we should start up a slow siege here. Yes, I think we should. Because this siege is going to go very quickly. Yeah. That's absolutely the right call, to slow siege here instead of down here. I like it. There's a crossing here as well, so we can cross over and just hang out over here. Yeah, looks good. We'll have ticking war score on our side after this. This may actually... It's unlikely to end the war. We'll need one more siege at least. Nope, not yet. Not you. There we go. These guys, head on over. Yeah, 89%. One additional siege will end the war. We're at 97% over here, so we're just waiting on ticking. That's completely fine. No issue whatsoever. So both of these wars will end nearly simultaneously. There we go. We'll enforce that demand. And just waiting on this one. Any moment now. There we go. And we'll enforce that demand. We'll disband our troops. And, of course, we're going to have some vassals that we need to hand out. So we have this emirate here that we could toss into Vladimir. I would be happy to do that. There we go. And we are 2 direct vassals above. We're also at 16 out of 14 domain limit. So we should hand out some titles over here. Okay. That seems absolutely fine. We probably need a duchy over here. Yes. So this guy can have that. Wonderful. And then we can toss that into Vladimir. Oh, I want to grant vassal, not grant title. There we go. Perfect. So that is absolutely wonderful. We're 2 direct vassals above, and we're at 13 out of 14 over here. I think our mother is extraordinarily good at stewardship. We're probably going to lose control of some of these, but for the time being, we are perfectly happy to revoke this title. Sounds great. With that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to do our kingdom invasion, almost certainly, on the Byzantine Empire. Bavaria wouldn't be a bad idea either, now that I think about it. We have 2, though, so we'll see what we want to do. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.